Council meeting to order Tuesday, September 12, 2023 at 6:41 p.m. Please stand for the invocation of pledge of allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, again we thank you and we magnify you for this the day that you have made, and we are obligated, no matter what's going on, to rejoice and to be glad in it. Lord, we thank you for the business that is at hand, for the town of Bright Spring, that you will bless us beyond belief, God, that will be the light that sit on a hill that will not be hid. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. Roll call. Kizzy Bird here. Lenny Pope here. Mary Derry here. Jacqueline Williams. Anita Rivers is present. We'll continue. Any additions, deletions, and or amendments to the agenda? All right, can I get a motion to approve the agenda as written?
I got one to move to approve the agenda as written.
Can I get a second on the motion? Discussion on the motion. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, citizens from the floor, Ms. Edna, register if you'll come forward to say your name and your address, please. You can pull the mic down. Focus on it. Tap it. There you go. Hit that ring. It's on here. Now, hit the mic, please.
Yes.
Edna register 16892 Pine Forest Drive, White Springs, Florida 32016. And my question is there an ordinance on the book about dogs running loose inside the city limits? If so, I would like a copy of it. I'm having trouble with dogs out in my neighborhood. I've talked to animal control and I've talked to the sheriff's office. And I'm to the point that something has got to be done, not just talking to somebody and letting it go.
They haven't given you any solution or said that?
They come, they talk to them, and then the dogs are out again. Sometimes they come, before they get here, they got the dogs in. Their side of the story, I've been told, is they weren't out. It's my word against theirs. It doesn't matter that I've got dated and
Right.
time photos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm to the point, I'm asking y'all for help.
From my recollection, I'm sure there is an ordinance. Or I
There
seen
used to
something.
be.
Yeah, I seen something to that effect about nuisance, dog, animal nuisance and stuff like that. I don't know what our ordinance number is, but we should be able to find it in the section. And if you'll just check with those ladies maybe tomorrow or the day after.
All right, I'd like to see it, and then I'd like to discuss it with you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. If you can speak with Vanessa George, the town manager, about it, but they'll get the ordinance, look for the ordinance in the morning and see what they come.
Thank you.
I do have a question about that. If it is an ordinance, what would we?
You're in.
Don't you have the interlocal agreement with the animal control?
She's saying she went to, so that's what I'm trying to see.
What's registered?
down there?
When you call animal control, what did they tell you?
Who came out?
I don't know the ladies, but it's two different girls have come out, two different times. They come over, they talk to me, then they go over and talk to them. And as far as anything, well, they've got them inside the fence. Yeah, they're back inside the fence because you're a day or so later getting here to deal with it. And I'm to the point that I can't let the kids out to play on my own property because one of those dogs will get behind you and catch you. And I've got a, 6 and a 5-year-old.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
But I have talked to the sheriff's department and I have talked to animal control. So I feel like I'm to the point that I need help out of y'all before I go any further.
Yes, ma'am. And Audrey will have your number here, so once they get the ordinance and all, then they can call you to come and discuss it with.
All right, thank
See
you.
what we do. Thank you.
What do we do besides animal control? Just asking somebody to
town doesn't have a police force that doesn't have direct animal control enforcement authority, so the only thing we can do is perhaps put some pressure on animal control to be a little more responsive in light of the agreement we have. Because again, we're talking about level of service. The townspeople should get the same level of service as county citizens. So that's probably gonna be the avenue we're gonna have to take, but I don't think it's an unreasonable request to ask the town to do that.
Right. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't it something, with that interlocal agreement and animal control, when they had their, I guess, protocol for how they handle the calls? Cause I know when I had issues with Stacy down the street with her pits always getting out chasing kids and things, it's a fine. If they have to come out so many times, it was like I want to say it was like $100 fine or something like that. No, I know it was a fine because she told Stacy if those dogs got out again, that they were going to fine her. Because I had videos of her dog coming out the gate and chasing at people, and people couldn't even walk down Middle Street because her pits will always get out that gate. But I know, if I'm not mistaken, it should have been a fine that's associated with them. And if you still paying animal control to come out, if they're not doing it, don't pay them for their trip. Because other than that, they just making money on it.
No, the town citizens already paying animal control, y'all Hamilton County citizens.
Right.
Y'all pay y'all what? So, but I am gonna give them a call, if it is a fine, I want to get a record of, ask for a record of how many times they've been called on this.
Because if she got videos, that should be sufficient enough.
Yes.
And if those dogs are that violent, then that's endangering the child. And my next suggestion would be, if they're not gonna do nothing, pay the gun or BB. I ain't say kill them, I said pay the gun or BB gun. Or some mace, gotta kill them every time. Morning.
Well, I was just, I said she did have videos or pictures of them out. And that's, that should be good enough for the, animal control.
All right, Mr. Brazil, please state your name and address.
Good evening, Tom Brazil, 16504 Collins Street. I'm here to speak tonight because I'm requesting the immediate resignation of the fire chief for insufficient and inability to do his job. We've had 3 structure fires. Fire chief's been nowhere to be found, not on any one of them. I think it's pretty pitiful that we pay a guy to be the fire chief, and where is it? Nowhere to be found on any of these structure fires. One, we had a fatality. Mr. Udell was very lucky he was across the street. I mean, y'all, this is our public safety. I mean, come on now. I mean, I live here, y'all live here. We gotta do something about it. I mean, just simple fact that, when it was volunteer, 99.8% of the calls were met by one or more person. We're paying people and they make less than 50% of their calls. And we got the guy sitting up here smirking at a meeting going, well, it is what it is. We won't be here. Come on now. How professional is that?
Thank you, Mr. Brazil. Nicole?
Okay, I had two things I wanted to discuss. One was to ask if the town can help donate items for the Breakfast with Santa, which will be at Stephen Foster, December the 16th. And the other one was concerning the passing of former Mayor Helen Miller. And I wanted to know if the town had anything they had planned, because citizens are trying to do something to memorialize Helen and to recognize her and honor her in her passing. And we want to help and participation from the town as well.
What are you planning as far as that memorial?
I have not gotten that far yet.
We haven't met to even discuss it since she passed, so, we can't talk about it without being in a meeting, so we haven't had a chance to say anything, but, I found out later that she had passed, and of course, I feel like, the town should definitely do something, but we just
hadn't met to discuss anything, but now that you said that you already are planning something, maybe that can help.
I'm in the
us better.
beginning stages, still need help, so anybody who wants to help and volunteer, that will work too, because I feel like all in all, Helen deserves that, because she did make a deal, she did do a lot of positive things for the town, for the kids, and for the people in this community. And it's only right that we recognize her and honor her.
I'll be glad to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, hell, I don't know, like, you gotta tell us what you're expecting from the town though itself, like, as far as that, because individually, I'm there.
I will, I haven't, like, since I found out about it, have not had a chance to really, after getting over the initial shock and upset, being upset and stuff about her passing, I'm just now getting to the point where, okay, I gotta do something for Helen. I don't know exactly what it is that I wanna do, but.
What about, I mean, this just not to throw out there, we have aren't the memorial bricks at the pavilion? At the tower? I think those are veterans, but I'm just saying, like, couldn't we do like some kind of memorial, like, something like that? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
I'm
know.
up for suggestions, so.
Well, I wanted to let you know, I was in touch with Deb, the day before the funeral, I guess, because she was buried Saturday. He is coming back into town at the end of the month. It may be a good, I would think that may be appropriate to do something when he's here.
He's here.
Right.
So if I hear.
Yeah, I know he had told me he was gonna keep, I never had his number. I spoke with him, she passed that Saturday, and I talked to him that Friday. So it was almost a week after she passed. I had spoken with him, and we talked for about 30 minutes, and I told him then that I'm going to do something, I just didn't know what. And he was just like, let him know, cause, he'll be there.
Okay,
So.
yeah, because last I heard, yes.
But it was just like, our conversation couldn't really go on, cause he was crying, I was crying, so it was just.
Well, if I hear any more about a definite date, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay, thank you.
But you may talk to him before I do, so.
I don't know, cause I told him when I called back, I was gonna have something.
Okay.
So,
Maybe it could just be something as simple as a little program, a memorial program, where people can get up and speak about what she has done for them or what she meant to them, and then present him with something. But also to have something in the town to memorize her, because she did do a lot.
Right.
She did a lot. I worked with her for years.
A proclamation is perfect.
Proclamation, yes, for sure.
Okay. All suggestions are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. So if we do a proclamation, we're gonna have another meeting.
No,
Got another meeting
no,
coming,
yeah,
so we
but
can
you, but you really don't. But
You
I'm
don't
saying
have to.
you
No, yeah, you don't really
but you
have
don't have to.
Okay.
No.
All right. And the breakfast with Santa, you weren't specific, like you just, because we already did our budget, we included some money for the parade itself, but not the breakfast with Santa. But we can donate individually,
That'll work too.
because it's kind of too late to put it in the budget for the town to do anything, but we'll donate, I will donate individually.
Oh, awesome.
Whether you want, you just have to let me know what it is. If it's for toys or if
Do you
it's,
still have that blanket that I gave you for the Unity for
Yeah,
Community?
I still have it, and I told Ann I keep meaning to take it up there to do the raffle ticket. And I told her, I said, I still got this blanket, I gotta get it up there.
You can use that for that too, to help raise some money for it.
Well, I can, but I'll take another plan I have for that one.
okay. All right, so we don't have any more citizens from the floor, no presentations, we'll go on to approval of the minutes for the August 8th, 2023 town hall meeting, August 15th, 2023 zoning workshop, August 22nd, 2023 budget workshop 1, August 29th, 2023 budget workshop 2 was canceled, but then we redid it on September 5th, 2022 budget workshop 2. If I can just get a motion to approve all the minutes.
I
August and September.
definitely will.
Move that we approve the minutes for the following dates: August the 8th, 2023, August 15th, 2023, August 22nd, 2023, September the 5th, 2023.
Can I get a second on that motion?
Keysberg, second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No old business, new business. Final budget hearing was today, no, it's next Tuesday, September 19th. That's at 6 o'clock, right? Yeah.
Well, that's all we're doing, so,
Yeah, that's it.
and I will.
There's a final budget hearing Tuesday, September 19th at 6.
And do you want it at 6 or 6:30? Because I have
Yes.
to post it, okay.
We usually do the workshops and hearings and everything at 6, because the council meets at 6:30.
Will that give you enough time, by next Tuesday?
Yes, but we have to make sure it's posted at least 3 to 5 days prior, so. The report does not do Friday papers anymore.
Next city. They keep it like 5 days. That's why they gonna be like us, 1 day a week.
That's why I asked you, you have enough days, because if they don't do it until like
Yes,
next
they
week, they'll have enough.
Yeah, talk with the state, we're fine.
All right, Department of Administrative comments, any comments from the public? No? All right, Ray?
Yeah, I do have a couple of things. First thing, last Sunday, the Sunday before the storm on August 27th, we had a main water line bust. I was away from my anniversary, I was 2 hours away when the water line bust. About 5:30, I received the first call that there was water going everywhere on Kendrick Street. I notified Vanessa and informed her that I was getting a hold of Charles Boone to come out and repair the leak. From then on, I'm on the phone with Charles Boone, Vanessa, Kurt, Chucky, trying to get this resolved. I don't have time to answer every citizen in White Springs calling my phone every 5 minutes. I'm on the phone. Now, some of them, I did answer. Vanessa was notified, I was notified, and we restored that water within 3.5 hours by phone. And I will commend Kurt and Chucky. When they went to block the water in on Kendrick Street, one of the valves that they were trying to isolate with broke off the line, because that line is an asbestos line and it's like an eggshell. So from then on, you gotta shut half the town off in order to isolate that system. The thing is, there's really no valve to isolate it. But as far as people calling me, I know what's going on. And like I said, I answered some, but my phone, you can ask my wife, and luckily, I've got a wife that's very considerate.
That's true.
We was out to dinner for our 36th wedding anniversary. She didn't say one thing. Never did she complain or anything. I stayed on the phone till 1 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning. And we got that water back to the citizens within 3.5 hours by telephone. Chucky was going around handing out boil water notices.
No.
At 10, 11 o'clock at night. And this is another thing. I contacted DEP because it is not safe for us to be going around handing out boil water notices to somebody's house in the world we live in today. It's sad.
Thank you.
But to go up to somebody's house at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and give them a boil water notice, it is unsafe. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
So we're gonna start partnering with EOS and Jasper. And what we're gonna do is send out a letter to every citizen in White Springs, and if you want to be contacted about a boil water notice or any other emergency, you can give your phone number to town hall, and they're gonna contact you through EOS and Jasper. Now, if it's one street and we can isolate it, and there's only 15, 20, but to go around the 431 residents,
Right.
you can't tell me that's safe at 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I'm not gonna ask them to do it.
No.
So a lot of people complaining because they didn't get a boil water notice. No, you didn't get one. It's called the world we live in. And somebody go out there and get shot, messing around in your house.
Right.
And it's
So I'm just telling you the way I feel and the way it's gonna be from now on, so everybody be expecting a letter. In the mail, or with your water statement, to contact town hall with emergency number.
I think that, but the.
I got as many phone calls as you got, Ray, like I was gonna go out there and fix the line, I knew what I'm gonna do. All I can do is call Vanessa, I can't call you, Ray, and say, Ray, you need to go do, that's not my job, I cannot do that. So I had to call Vanessa to make sure you knew.
And I got just as many as Anita got.
Right.
And I came out here and typed up
The letter at 10 o'clock at
20 letters for checking them to deliver.
She did that at 10 o'clock.
And the night after, there was somebody close by, the same incident happened in the afternoon. They left their town without water all evening, all night, and the next day, till they could get it repaired. I wouldn't have cared if I had to drive 2 hours away to come over here.
You do it all
But
the
I
But
time.
it wasn't something you could fix
would've
anyway.
came.
But that wasn't something anybody, y'all couldn't fix anyway.
Right.
Right.
I do want to commend them, cause not only do they gotta do 400 letters, then they gotta do 400 letters to tell
You
you
tell you to read
it's
it.
over, it's
Right.
rescinded.
And you talk about 5 to 6 hours for 2 people to pass out a board water notice.
Cause you only have a certain amount DEP give you to get the information out there.
Right, and Chucky went up to this one house, and the lady was outside on the phone, here's the limit, and I don't blame her. You know, she's on the phone, said, what you doing in my yard? Oh, I work for the town, man. Well, she don't know that.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, 11 o'clock at night. Put it down right there on the street. That's what she's doing, put it on the street. I don't blame her. And I don't blame Chucky, I drove down that street and I got out there.
Right.
Maybe the phone number might be better, because just before I came up here today, I had an emergency call, you know, and, you know, first I was gonna pick it up.
So did anybody get that call tonight? Because they're gonna be flying low-lying planes, doing mosquito spraying.
Yeah.
Because of the storm and all the debris to keep the mosquito population down and getting, you know, mosquito illnesses, diseases and things.
So you
So they'll be
see-
spraying, so make sure
When you
if
see
you hear them
ECN,
coming
get inside.
over, make sure your windows and doors are closed and you are inside. And all your pets, cause it's really not safe for them to be out.
And if you see on your call ID ECN, that's what that is. That's emergency management.
They're starting to call now more.
It's from an 855 number.
Yes.
Right.
And they just sent another one out in reference to agricultural meeting tomorrow afternoon.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Adrian?
Ray, is there a way that you can just make an email list?
No, we're gonna do the phone call.
Well, everybody don't have email, you have a lot of elderly, and they complain about the email, that's why
The
they.
phone is the best way.
We've always done this way.
Do you have a way to just broadcast to all those phones?
It's gonna go through the service, the EMS services, like they do the call they did today. You'll just, everybody, if you sign up, but you may not have to sign up, I don't know. But if you sign up for it, then that's how it's gonna be handled from now on, you'll get the notices.
So that's why Red is saying that every one of you need to give me your telephone numbers so we can do a
Okay.
phone
Generate the
list.
list.
Do you need to put that on the website to tell people to go register?
I'm gonna put it in the bills this month.
He just,
Okay.
Alright, Steve?
I know there's a lot of discussion about the first responders, the medical calls here in White Springs there for about 4 or 5 days. Well, that was all resolved with Mr. Land and John Smith. So was a short time that we could not run because they said we didn't have protocols for it, but we do have those. And they sent up the new ones, so we have the new protocols. During the storm, we didn't have any calls down here during the storm. I was here from Tuesday to Thursday. And that Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning, Don Wilson, I want to give a shout out to Don, because Don came out with a tractor, helped move stuff out of the way. He offered before it even started, hey, if you need something, call me. And then Mr. George, I think it's Mr. George.
Mr. George.
He is the same way, he's taking care of stuff.
Sure is.
And I think that just the storm coming through was an eye-opener to all of us, because we didn't think we'd get something like that. It's been a few years ago that we had some, I don't even remember what, it was a hurricane, or the no-name storm come through, just tore everything up. But it gave everybody an eye-opener just from Keaton Beach all the way up through the coast. And we had some recertifications, the fire extinguishers and the sprinkler system was recertified this week. So that's pretty much it for right now, and we're having computer problems, so, I think me and Vanessa is working on it because the computers, old. So we're gonna have to get a computer, but it was out of date in 2012.
Yeah, I did got an email from Epic saying that the fire department needs a new computer.
Yeah,
I had it.
so that's it.
Joel?
Nope.
All right, I just want us, from the council, or my perspective, I'd like to thank all of my.
Go ahead.
Anyway, no, because I'll go ahead since I had started. I just wanna say that I thank all the council members that worked hard during the storm, at the tourism center, giving out the MREs, the water, food, whatever, everything we had. It was, you know, a trying time for everybody. None of us had power that, you know, the first day for sure, Friday when they started, Thursday with kids feeding the community, then Friday, you know, giving out the MREs and all. Nobody had power. Saturday, we were still up there working with no power until Saturday night, and we still continued even through through Tuesday, actually, giving out, food and everything to the community. So I just thank everybody for their hard work and during the sun, enduring that sun, because I know I've seen where I've had a sunburn, but I've never been sunburnt. My face was so burnt that it's still peeling and spotted, so I know now that I can burn. But I don't like the sun that much, so I don't plan on doing that. But it was good to see everybody come together and work as hard as we did, and I thank Miss Gretchen for being there with us.
She was really burnt.
Yes, she helped out a lot. Mr. Pope helped out on Monday, Tuesday, I get my days mixed up, Tuesday. And so, and everybody else that's not here that were there, I really appreciate everybody. Anybody else on the council before we go to Vanessa? We'll just go ahead and get out of
I
here.
got two, I got that.
I'm gonna say, follow up behind it, the same thing. Thursday, with my family, we did chicken tenders, hot dogs, hamburgers, sausages, fries, and we fed the community. Not only that, we fed our linemen. I heard a lot of feedback about them being in the field, eating and different things, but in the same breath, we all have jobs. And in order for some of us to do our jobs, other people have to do their jobs beforehand. And even then, you still have to take a break, you got to eat, and these people left their families for us. It's a sacrifice. I understand it's a job, but it's still a sacrifice, because some of their husbands and wives and children and babies without power too. So they was fighting just as hard to restore it, not only for them, but for us as well. I'm not just gonna say we had a lot of feedback from the community. I had students from Hamilton, Columbia, that got out there. Those boys lift box after box, loading cars day after day. Not one of them complained like one single time. It's hot. They without power too. They without food too. And even to one of them made me proud. One of my nephews, his mom was teasing like, it's time to go, I'm ready to go. And he said, this is my community and it's my job to restore it. And to have a teenager to step in and say something so powerful. I mean, as an aunt, I'm proud, but also as a citizen of White Springs, I'm proud, because he could have been in Columbia County where he lived at, helping restore Columbia County. Ray, Chucky, and Curtis, I'm gonna say thank you for the simple fact, I know you all work hard every single day, but to Thursday to come back in town to see so much devastation and trees, and even my dad, a tree fell in his house, but to see you guys out, and you see the debris, some of the debris on the side of the road, but you can't tell a week ago we suffered from the storm, because not only do you do the job that you do any given day, you all still took care of White Springs, and I love being able to ride out and see how nice the community look. We made deliveries to some of our elders, to some of our disabled. We sent food to different places. And like she said, Ms. Gretchen was out there, and so many different citizens. And I wanna say thank you. And I really appreciate that you all came together and, you know, they said take tragedy for a family to come together. It was family that was there serving and helping, so I just wanna say thank you all. Especially to my council that was also there, even Travis, our county commissioner.
Oh, yes.
Loaded
Yeah, he had his
vehicle
dad, his
after
uncle.
vehicle, they went and personally got our supplies and brought it. They was waiting in line for us, and to each his own, but I like to see someone that I let out working with us and not being have to ask, well, can you come and help us? He was there, so I just wanna even say thank you to Travis for doing, and his dad and uncle for stepping out and in the trenches with us.
Well, I would find it robbery not to say, we had Red Cross in the area, they stayed in the area the longest with us, and that happened because of Nicole Williams. Nicole Williams had a contact, she gave me the contact information, I reached out, and everything that we asked for in this town, they did it. So Nicole, thank you very much. Byron, the head of Red Cross, his exact words were, this was the second time since he's been doing this that he's ever seen city council members and administrative staff actually working in the field during a disaster. So thank each of you for everything that you did, and Nikki, thank you because of you giving us that contact information, we were able to give out more water, rakes, shovels, hot food. And we did not only just service Hamilton County, anybody that came, we fed them. We fed them. Swanee Valley, they were really affected. They had nowhere to go for food. And because we had Red Cross, we had FEMA on site as well. So a lot of people really were serviced because of you giving me the number. So I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else on the council?
I just thank everybody, you know, this is what we really worked hard and we enjoyed it.
Yes, Ray?
Yeah, one other thing I want to commend too, was I was actually supposed to come back Thursday, but my wife, she told me, she said, I know you ready to go back with everything going on. I know she knows how I am. But when I came back Tuesday night, Wednesday, I came over here, the water plant operator and wastewater plant operator were supposed to be relieving me. I called him and told him, don't even worry about coming. I'll check everything. When I got to White Springs, about 2 o'clock, I had the fire department, Kirk, and Chucky already out clearing roads with DOT, and I just want to commend the fire department and again Kirk and Chucky. While I was checking the plant, they was out there making it safe for people to travel, and it was still raining, the wind was still blowing, but they were out clearing roads. And I want to commend all you, council, Vanessa, and the administration of White Springs for all y'all did, and I'm sure the people appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray. All right, Vanessa?
I told you she wasn't.